can do some fun stuff with that. That's a really cool logo. Okay. FB Guardian, right? We'll try a different font. Oh, let's see. This is a fun part. You can just kind of go through and like slowly like find. Sometimes you know, different streamers have different logos or fonts they like to use. All right. We'll kind of keep the same thing we did last week. Kind of feature the streamer a little bit. After the fact, after we got Merns done for him, he wanted some sponsorships in there, so we went through that in there after the fact. Captain Redbeard, thanks for the like, buddy. Appreciate you stopping by. So we'll do that. And then we got to decide what kind of background we want. Ooh, not print. What kind of background we want on this? Per se. So I looked up some like cool badass backgrounds, like some Avenger backgrounds. All right, we got his logo on there, so we don't need that anymore. That's the biggest battle you'll have, is closing all these windows. Okay, let's slide that over and see what it looks like behind there. So when you're bringing these over, as you can see, this file's a little bit smaller. 1920 by 1080 is what you want, hands down. That's what will work across all the social media platforms as much as possible. Like Facebook's a little smaller, it compresses it down. But YouTube will want 1920 by 1080, I believe. And you'll lose a little bit of quality when they compress down to social media. Pretty much any social media will compress stuff down a little bit. So you want stuff as close to 1920 by 1080 when you're looking for things online. Obviously this one's not, but we can shrink it up a little or size it up a little bit without losing much quality. You just don't want something that's probably like a quarter of the size of 1920 by 1080. Like anything under probably 800 by 800 pixels, you don't really want to mess with if you're gonna have to blow it up a lot. Just because it'll really start to deteriorate there on what it's gonna look like. And we'll play with this a little bit. We may not end up using this background. I just want to get something on there that we can kind of play with. Let's mix it up. Actually, I need to get the Avengers logo back because I chopped off the top of it for Merns. Bam, 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 bam. I don't know what it is about these things though. I really enjoy doing them. They don't take very long, other than when I want them to take a long time. I can go down a rabbit hole with some of these sometimes. So you can see the Avengers logo is kind of tiny. So yeah, I mean, it all depends on how much time you want to invest into them, and sometimes I get carried away with them. Like the Iron Duke one that I made for myself, I probably spent I think I spent over an hour on that one. Well over an hour. You know why we're looking it up? I'll show you guys an example of how I search for stuff on the Googles. So let's go Avengers background 1920 by 1080. Let's see what pops up. It'll probably be a lot of it'll be a lot of the movie stuff, obviously. But in the midst of that, you should be able to find quite a bit of cool scenic background ones too, or like, so you got cool Tony Stark one there, all kinds of cool stuff. And obviously you're just using this for a thumbnail, so it's not a huge deal that using some of these. Man, what do we want though? What? Yeah. So there's a good one. Let's see how it looks. That's an okay like background image. We'll go with that. We'll grab that one. And then the great thing is about once you find one, you can look below it. There's probably a million more. So a lot of these are from, looks like they're from Endgame and stuff like that, which, like I said, this is a huge one for being able to find content, because there's just the movies and everything else under the sun that you can pull from. All right, let's say that one. I don't know if, like I said, we'll pull a couple of these down. Will we use them? Who knows? So one other thing you can do a lot of times to get high res stuff is Avengers wallpaper. People make 4K and 1080 ones all the time. You make this look so easy. Not well, I mean, I will say I work within Photoshop every day. Every single day. And there's nothing to say. I see a lot of big streamers, they'll go in and just grab this image and it's 1920 by 1080. They'll use that as their thumbnail. And kind of slap their logo in there somewhere or a picture of themselves, and that works. That's great. If you can, but there's also a lot of other streamers that will grab the same thing and do the same thing. So I try to always make it not look like the typical one as much as possible, so that it can stand out amongst the crowd a little bit. Ooh, that one's cool. Look at that one. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. So yeah, there's cool. You can get ones with logos. You can get all kinds of stuff, I think. The thing I waste the most time on, well, I don't know if I should say waste, is researching images. I could go down a rabbit hole and get lost forever on this stuff. Just because there's an endless amount of, especially with Avengers. There's an endless amount of like cool stuff to check out. I mean, you can go movie, you can go any way you want, really. Whoa, that's badass. Okay. And I think I'm done. I think I'm done? Question mark? Let's see. Yeah, there's so much cool stuff, dude, with Avengers. Makes me excited for this game. Is anybody else excited for this game? So that's 1920 by 1080. Cute, cute. I don't think I'll use that one, but it's worth a shot. That one's kind of cool too. You know, just download it all. If you don't end up using it, just delete it. Okay, there's a lot of Avengers style ones that I want to look at. I think I might just want to do one of these where it's like just the big A in the background really dominates it. Like I said, with a lot of mine, I like to just pick something that is going to be big, bold. I don't like to put a lot of copy on mine other than the logo, you know, things like that. I just don't like going down a rabbit hole of like trying to get too much in on it. What are you in, Lightroom or Photoshop? I'm in Photoshop. Now, I will say Lightroom, I don't know that as well, but I know it's very similar. It's very similar to this. So I'm a lot of the tools I'm using, it's universal kind of deal. I think Photoshop has a little bit more you can do with it. Lightroom's a little more on the metadata side of things. Not as much customizing of stuff on that side. It's more organization and just straight editing, I will say. So, and Photoshop just happens to be what I deal with every day. Okay, so we've got that one in there. We're just gonna drop a bunch of backgrounds in there and see which one we like. That's all you do. You just get in there and you start trial and error in it. If you can actually get to the right. That one's dope. I don't know how I feel about getting all that on there though. That looks really busy. Like I said, this is Spider-Man's time. Let's make it about Spidey. Okay. Let's close out some of these we'll worry about Spider-Man here in a second. We want to worry about the background. So we get this one in there. And I will say, like, a lot of the stuff I'm telling you guys, very similar. I mean, you can go look up YouTube things and they'll probably do a better job explaining it, but it can be very user friendly if you take the time to learn it. Oh, wrong one. Okay, let's close that out. That's the hardest part, is just all the windows you have open. So we're just dropping in a bunch of different Avenger backgrounds. I think I got 3 that I like. Okay. Let's throw some effects on it for now. We're just copying over the effects from the other ones we've done, just to kind of get a base. Actually, let's see what that looks. Ooh, that one's a little small. So see, this one might be a little too small to bring all the way up, because you can see we're losing quite a bit of quality. One thing that will hide quality if you become desperate and want a photo and you can't find a higher resolution is adding in effects to it. So you can kind of like go through here and add different like color effects and everything. That will help kind of, how do I say it, fog things to a way to where make it look like it is supposed to be a little blurry, or a little out of whack kind of deal. Not even sure why I'm really messing with this one, because I don't really want to use this one. All right. Yeah. So we've got a list of them down here in our layers, I guess. I kind of want to do that to that one, actually. Let's see. And I don't love that one. That one's okay for balance because we can have Spidey on the other side of it. This one, it's kind of bright. So we've got a good mix of different things. This one's got a lot going on it too. What do you guys think, chat? This one, should we go bright? Should we go hey? Or should we put like the Avengers, all the crew flying in? Might just do that one actually. Let's toy with this. Let's drop a Spider-Man in there just to see what he looks like. Okay. Yeah. Get that one out of there. Let's go find the rest of our Spider-Mans we downloaded. There's another Spider-Man. There's a Spider-Man. Most of them are Tom Holland or the, like this one's from the video game. So like, it's what it is. Close that out. So yeah, like this one's from the Spider-Man video game, which, whatever. Ooh, that's kind of badass, actually. He's coming in hard on that web right now, brah. He's very crisp too. So then there's this one too. Let's do a color range. Basically, we're picking out the color we want to get rid of. No. That's not what I wanted to do. This music makes me want to work quicker. It's kind of weird. Boom, boom, bing. Sorry, guys. I just started getting into streaming myself and know this is something I lack and will need to look into. Custom images definitely draws more people in, higher the quality. Yeah. Videotape one. Yeah, I will say I've noticed that when I make a good thumbnail that I really like, it's kind of unique. It's really like made a difference on. Obviously, it's not gonna keep people there, but it'll get the foot in the door kind of deal where people will want to come check you out just because of it, and then it kind of from there it's on you to keep them there. But oh shoot, I did the wrong way. I look at it as a way to separate you from the crowd. If anything, it gets you an audience, and then from there it's on you to kind of keep them. All right, let's do that. Let's get another Spidey over here. We got so many Spider-Mans. Holy cow. I feel like he might be a little much though. That's pretty dope. Man, which one should I go with? The video game one? Oh, here's something else I did too. You gotta have some Spidey web, right? You gotta have some web, dude. You can be Spider-Man and not have any web in your thumbnail, dude. All right, make that. We're just thickening up the stroke line here a little bit. Make it pop a little more. Let's see. Maybe we'll have that like pop up down here, and have. Let's find Guardians logo and get it up front again. And again, a lot of this, like I said, all this is trial and error. I mean, this may look like junk now, but like you just gotta play with it. Like, you're not gonna get it on the first try. You're gonna get something on there and then not like it, or you're gonna come back to it later and not like it. That's the whole process of just creating in general. Like, it takes time. Like, I do some of my best stuff. When I create it, I get frustrated, and then I walk away and come back, and it's like a light bulb goes off, and I find like what I want to do. It's amazing, like how quick you can kind of just snap to it. Fat fingers meant to say video games. Totally. I'm proof, homie. Tarkov thumbnail. I actually got one, and I haven't ever used it, but I've never used it because I never got back into playing Tarkov, which kind of bums me out. There's so much other good stuff that came out. Like, okay, so we're checking out our thumbnails here, or our backgrounds here. That's bad, actually. We could play with that. I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm gonna get rid of the one with all the heroes in the background. Make this more about Spidey, just because it seems a little. I don't know. It seems a little busy, and I kind of wanted to make this more about one of the best Avengers out there. Argue with me. Come at me. I'll say it. He's one of the best. I grew up on the Spider-Man cartoons. Okay, let's. So see, we've already changed our minds 3 times. Gotten rid of stuff. It's whatever. It's what happens in this stuff, I swear. Like, you have to trial and error it. So then let's get rid of that. I don't like that Spidey. I don't know. It's not rubbing me right. Spidey's not rubbing me. Let's go back to this one. I always like to have 2 options to choose from, so that when I'm looking at it, I can say, okay, I like this one more. It makes me, the one I end up choosing, being more satisfied that I like that one. So let's. And if you guys have any questions along this whole kind of process, please let me know. I have a bad habit of not explaining everything I'm doing, just because it's kind of second nature, and just I'm zipping through it. All right. Yeah, let me pull up. Yeah, see, you can see how that one's a little more. You can see the difference between quality. So you can see when you zoom in, this one's a little more pixelated than this one. Can I get away with that one? Yes, because a thumbnail is going to be very. A thumbnail is going to be very kind of small in use anyways, so you're never going to really see it big anywhere. But let's. Oh, where'd I go? Okay, wait a minute. There we go. All right, let's keep that one there. Yeah. Oh, I forgot I had that clipped out. That might actually come in handy. That might actually come in handy to be in the background. Okay. Got a lot going on here. Okay. And you can do different effects and stuff. It's pretty cool. So like every layer over here has like a drop down, and you guys can't see it behind there, but there's a bunch of different effects you can do to make these things pop. That's not bad. Because I kind of want to show those guys in the background, and I don't want them. I still want Spidey to kind of be the feature. So just kind of go through all these choices and see. That's my biggest problem with these. I have too many options. I have to go through all of them, check them. I have to. Otherwise, I never know which one's the right one for me. All right, let's get that spider web out of there just so that it's not so busy back there. Shall we? Okay. Okay. So there's Spidey. And we can actually flip this by doing transform, flip horizontal. And we can put them over there. See? Huh? So that they're kind of there, but they're kind of not. They're in the background, chat. Just kind of floating there. So it makes it look like they're coming out of the A a little bit. No? That's kind of cool. I like that. It makes them look like they're kind of in the A in a way. And then over here we can kind of feature Spider-Man a little bit more. So I think I want to do something like this to kind of draw out Guardians stuff along the bottom and get some color difference in here. So let's... Okay. Okay, and then we'll make this, just so we can have some Spidey colors, we'll make this red-ish. We'll go to our red gradients over here. Okay, what kind of reds do we have to play with? Not many, actually. That's kind of lame. Oranges. Orange you glad. Okay, let's do a nice... Actually, we can do a color sample from Spidey himself. Get the reddest of the red Spideys. Okay. 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 Yeah. Get that all natural. It's not quite red enough, is it? Okay, now that is red. That's what I like to see. Okay, that's better. Better, gooder. Okay. Yes. Okay, cool. Let's put Guardian up front here. Before we go any farther, I'm gonna do a control save. The worst part of doing anything is getting all the way through it and then forgetting to hit save. That is a thing that happens. Yeah, see, that Spidey's just not feeling that Spidey. I think we're gonna have to go with this one, the video game Spidey. Now the question is, how much of him do I keep on the screen? Should I make him bigger? Just make him real. Ooh. Okay. Let's shrink him down a little bit. Not distort him. Okay. Cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha. Okay, that's cool. Digging it. We can almost put that up. No. Okay, that's about right where I want to put it. Okay. Oh no, I'm not loving that. After looking at it, I'm not loving that web. Let's get rid of it. If you're not sure, just deuce it. Okay. Just going through and checking what all's on here. Trying to find all my layers here. Okay, there we go. Ooh, that's kind of cool, actually. See what I mean? I'm going down. No, I gotta be careful. Gotta stick with what I'm doing. Actually, where did my? Where did my Spider-Man go? Undo visible layer. Go to my history. Yeah, so some of these, so see what I mean? After you get all those in there, and I suggest doing this, don't always stick to one. You might find one that's like you enjoy more, like you actually like a lot more than the other ones. Like that one's kind of cool, kind of dopey dope. Oh yeah. See what I mean? Now my biggest problem is I can't decide which one I want to use. That one's pretty sweet. Actually, and I forgot I have the Avengers logo here. I need to get up here somewhere. Okay, let's slide that over yonder. Okay. So then we've got the Avengers here. What do we want to do with those bad boys? Do we want to make this even bigger and just like trounce everything going on? Oh, that's pretty dope. Because then you always want to get, I will say, you always want to try to get the logo in there. Like, get the logo in there a little bit. I try to always make things big and dominant. Whether that's the logo, the image you're trying to feature a little bit. All that stuff is kind of big. I mean, it's kind of a big deal to make sure you like really pop it. Because like there's gonna be a million thumbnails, I can tell you right now, with this Avengers logo in it. The way to make it stand out, if you can't do like a bunch of different graphical stuff, just make it bigger. Make it bigger. All right, now let's mess with its drop. We're messing with drop shadow on Spidey a little bit here. Hey, that be the streamer right there that we're making this for. What's up, Guardian? Thanks for the like, dude. Yo, fire! It's not a finished product yet. It's not a finished product yet. I always get nervous because like I don't want people to judge it before it's even done. But yeah, he's pretty dope. Okay, let's take the. We're just messing with his drop shadow right now because it looks kind of goofy. Not sure why. Oh, how's the tattoo, by the way, dude? Sorry, I had to peek. I saw a photo, man. It's looking lit. That looks like a long day of pain. Like, no lie. Looks like you got a lot going on there. So one other thing we can do we're just gonna duplicate a Spidey layer because his drop shadow's not looking right. So we're gonna do a drop layer of him, and then we're gonna color it. Let's color it like a reddish. Okay, and then so we got a dual layer going on here. So see, there's Spidey there. Then here's this Spidey. Okay. So what we're gonna do, and we're gonna try to figure out how to make this cool. Yeah, okay. So his layers is messed up. Okay. Sometimes you get images like that off of the interwebs that just aren't perfect. And you can't complain about it because they're free. Okay. Oh, I'm highlighting the wrong one. That's probably why. Ha ha ha. Okay. Alright, now he's starting to look more outlined. Boy, this is a lot. Okay, so there's that. And we're actually pretty close to having it wrapped up here. Is there anything else you want on it, Guardian, other than your FB, your FB.gg and your logo? Okay. Let's do that then. All right. So that background layer, instead of like, sometimes you'll get stuff like images and stuff that just don't work out that well that are off the internet, and it's hard to really complain because you're getting it for free. So there's other ways we can manipulate this. Should we make that red too? See what it looks like. Ooh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Ooh, he's glowing. I like that. Chat. Daddy like. Okay, I got some goosebumps there. All right, let's keep that. Maybe we make sure we don't get this too busy, but I want to see what those Avengers look like if we bring them in the foreground a little more and do some different effects to them. Okay, so linear dodges that. Ooh, okay, all right. I see you. Should we have that dark back there so they blend in a little more, chat? Or should we have them bright? Bright might be too much. Bright might be too much. Ooh, that's even better, bro. That's it. That's it. We got it. We got that. Yep. Done. That one's good. I'm still driving home. This is fire. Thanks, Rick Rack. Thanks, buddy. That's fucking dope. Appreciate you, bud. This is awesome, dude. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all the love. I always get kind of like worried that people are gonna think it's kind of like cheesy or not that great. Like, I always think, oh, you could do better, dude. I could do. I will say there are some thumbnails I get done with them and I'm kind of like, does it work? Yes. Do I love it? No. It's just a fact of life. Like, it's gonna. And I'm pretty hard. My worst own critic, because like I just pick my stuff apart. Now comes the time where I usually really start doing the fine detail work, stuff that probably no one else cares to have, like needs to like have, but like it's for the mere fact like I feel like I need to have it. Okay, so let's turn that one off. That's red. Okay. Actually, let's see what I mean. I just sit here and like pick things apart that I probably don't even need to pick apart. Just because I am like that. So how much of it did you get done, Guardian? You got like a good portion of the sleeve done? Okay. Let's let's bring this one to the front, shall we? Okay, so see, you can just, we got a carbon copy there. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Ooh, we could actually do, gosh, I gotta stop. Okay, I gotta stop. Let's do what we came here to do first. Okay, that's black. That's good. Outward glow, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Let's do the blur. We're gonna blur this a little bit. Wait, what? Okay. Okay. Okay, that's even doper. Duper burr burr burr. Let's put that on there. Okay, that's fire. And what I'm doing right now is stuff that's probably not needed, but like I'm trying to make layers on this. A lot of the times when I make things, I like to make them not only big and bold, but I also like to kind of give it a 3D feel without being too 3D. I want something to pop off. So I want the Spider-Man to pop off. And what I'm doing is adding drop shadows behind him. You can see this layer that's kind of dark. So I basically took a copy of that image. Basically took a copy of that image and made it black and blurred it so that it looks like a drop shadow behind him. Just to add, so that makes him kind of pop up off the rest of the design. Okay, let's go back to our, and then we can make our red a little more bold so that it stands up off of, so you can make it all the way that way. So we just want something subtle. I feel like I'm being Bob Ross right now. Just, this is how you make the trees. This is how you make the trees. And we just want to put a tree right here, and then put a tree right here. Alright. That looks freaking dope. Oh. I don't know what else I can do to this thing. I just want to keep going. The last thing I want to do is obviously like make Guardian stuff really pop on it. So typically we can do it as a multitude of different ways. Definitely want to put a drop shadow of some kind or a glow behind Guardian's logo so that it's prominent, so that you can kind of really know it draws attention outside of, it'll be the one thing that basically sticks out amongst the crowd when it comes to like looking at this thumbnail. So like when somebody looks at this thumbnail, they'll be like, oh, that doesn't belong with the rest. Oh, that's his logo. That's cool. All right, let's hone this back in a little bit, shall we? All right, cool. That's pretty dope, actually. So then I always just kind of drag it around, see where it looks good. Honestly, it might just look good right there. And I might change the... Actually, you know what? I'm going to. Spidey should be enough red for this, maybe. So let's change up the background gradient for this to some Guardian colors. So we can kind of like have Guardian featured a little bit more in this, potentially. Draw a little more attention to what Guardian has going on here. Okay, we need that a little brighter though. That's a little much. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Let's do that. Okay. So yeah, I just decided to make this his colors, his logo colors. for anything more than just to kind of like highlight him more. I feel like if I just slap his logo in there by itself, his logo might blend in a little too much, and you might lose a little bit of, you know, what the whole logo's for, is to highlight him. Okay, let's do that. Now I'm just refining some things. I think we're pretty much done, other than just do some fine tuning. Dot 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 dot. Digging that. Okay. What do you think, chat? Good and good? What else can we do? Ooh, should we switch this? Should we do that? See what I mean? Just a rabbit hole. The rabbit hole's big, the rabbit hole is wide. Let's do this, maybe. Huh? Huh? Ba, 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 ba. Actually, you know what else we'll do? One thing you can do, since it's for a certain... It'll be for a certain gamer. You can always go out and see... So Guardian's a big partner with Gamer Advantage. So let me go out and Gamer Advantage logo. Gamer logo transparent. Even better. We'll slap that on there since we got some room. Why not, right? Alright. Do we have to do this? No, but hey, we got the time, right? Chop, 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 chop. I will always say, like, if you have room to fit some more stuff in, sure, go for it. You don't always have to, but since we got some room, and squeeze that in there right quick, right? Now to make it kind of match, we can do an overlay to make it match. Bam! Boom, bam, damn. Okay. I think, chat, I think that will be the wrap. Let's tag. Go ahead and tag Fall Guys in this now. Since we're pretty close to being wrapped up, we got some final tweaks to do, I will say. Always more you can do. It's like, how much time do you spend on it though, right? Okay. Good and good, right? Okay. All right, y'all. That's it. That is a thumbnail for Guardian, the Facebook streamer. A little bit of a Spidey theme to it. Makes it dominate. You got the Avengers in the background, you can kind of see, but kind of a big, bold Spidey sense kind of feel to it. Make sure you go check him out on fb.gg/fbguardian. He's doing a lot of great things on Facebook, charities. A lot of big things coming from this guy. I've had the pleasure of playing with him a few times, and hopefully many more times in the future. So the last thing we'll do is, as long as you go up to layer, flatten image, this will take all the layers and compress them all down into one. So then we'll go file, save as, and basically what that does is make the file size as small as possible when we save it out as a JPEG. So let's go ahead and save that in his folder. Okay. And he's done.